Okay guys, here's part 3 of the Fairbanks Morse Z Style C gear saga. In the previous episode you noticed that we broke this gear on the test run, and thought we were going to have to get this assembly. Well, and I also apologize, I do not have the engine for this follow-up video. It's already gone home to its owner, and I didn't get a chance to take video of it. Going back together the second time, I think probably not necessary anyway. I think most of you guys are probably just interested in what we did to fix this problem. So let's dive into it here. The guy that owned the engine is a retired machinist, and he says, I think I know somebody that can make me a gear like that. So I said, okay. So he took the engine back home. He lives several miles from here, and was going to consult with his friends at the machine shop. And here's what we found out. So he stopped in at his machine shop, and a guy he knows there says, well, instead of cutting that gear, I think we may be able to find that online. So he got to looking, and he found this Martin S1012 online. And long story short, I looked this number up. You can look this number up. If you put this number in, you can buy this gear at Amazon. What can't you buy at Amazon nowadays? So here it is right out of the box. What he had to do was he had to machine, actually he had to cut part of it off. They put it in a lathe and trimmed it off to the proper width, and did some whittling on it, and cut it down to size. Here's just another view of an end view of the gear. It had to be bored out a little bit too. And here we see the replacement gear. This is the finished product. This has already been pressed on. What they had to do was they probably machined off a little bit of that knurling on there, bored out the gear, and put red Loctite on there and pressed it on. That gear doesn't run much of a load, and we come to the conclusion that just a press fit with Loctite would work. Here's another view of the original gear before they started, and the one after they cut it down, bored it, and pressed it on. And here we're getting ready to assemble it. Again, these are, if you guys are into one of these, this is left-hand thread, so be careful. This is still pot metal in here, so you have to be careful with this. So don't turn that the wrong way and strip the threads out. This assembly was way expensive, in my opinion, from the used parts dealers. So, you know, sometimes when you go to buying parts like this, if you have to buy too many parts, you'll have more in the restoration than you'll ever get out of the engine. It's just crazy what the dealers are getting for these parts, but you can't blame them. You know, they source the engines, they do all the work to part them out, take them apart, haul the parts around to flea markets and stuff like that. It's a lot of work. So this is definitely a cheaper way to go. And here again is a picture of the final product. Everything assembled. Of course, there's a little rod that goes through here, the little push rod. But you put that all in there when you stick it back in the engine. And he has since stuck it back in the engine and gotten it running. We ended up having to put rings in it and stuff like that. It had some stuck rings, had a lot of blow-by. We went ahead and pulled it apart and found that the rings were stuck in their grooves, and he's going to go ahead and order up some new rings for it. But this is the fix, guys. Amazon. It's amazing what you can find on Amazon. I think Boston Gear also makes it, and this Martin brand. They make all these gears, and both those brands are available through Amazon. I know Boston. I'm working on a gear deal here. Here's a picture of one here. This is a Boston gear. I had to buy a pair of those. I sourced it from the Boston website, but I couldn't buy direct from them. So I just found the part number on the manufacturer's website, plugged it into Amazon, boom, up it came, and in a day or two they were here. Easy peasy. So anyway, there's your gear fix, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video on getting the old Fairbanks Z-Style C running again. The guy is going to run an ice cream freezer with it, so he's just tickled to death. So hey, again, thanks for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button. And you know, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And trying to grow the channel a little bit here. I don't have the time to do the content that I want, but maybe someday it'll begin to grow a little bit. Again, thanks guys. Catch you later.